This video, I'm going to be showing you how to use the spot healing tool in order to remove blemishes in a picture. So you may have some pictures where your clients, or maybe it's you in a picture, that there just is some marks, maybe acne, maybe a scar that you don't want to show up in your picture. So there is a tool on Photoshop called the spot healing tool that takes the content that's around it and it makes it self-aware and tries to blend in the spot that you want to remove to the spots that are near it. So before we begin, I need to zoom in a little bit so I can see my spots better. The closer you are to the area that you want to remove, the more exact Photoshop can be. So for this picture, have found that if I zoom into about 50%, it may be different for you, but 50% for me has worked really well. So if I type in 50 and click enter, now I am closer to my subjects. So these are a couple of my friends, and you can see that there might be some blemishes here that they don't necessarily care about, but just for a demonstration, to show how to remove them, I'm going to use them as examples. So you can see here, she has some moles that are there, maybe a couple spots on her face. He has a scar that maybe he'd want removed and a couple of spots as well. So I'm going to show you how you can remove those. So if you go over to the left bar where the Band-Aid is, you can see it pops up and says a spot healing brush tool. Now, if you right click, you can see there's a couple different options, but we're going to stick with the first option, which is the spot healing tool. So when you click on that, there is a circle that pops up. The circle is the size of your brush. You can go up here to the top left to click the size of the brush that you want. So if I'm wanting to edit just one of these moles, I'm definitely going to want to turn my brush size down. So I'm just going to take it down just a bit here, just so it's just about the size there. Now you can see that up here it says proximity match. This is what I was saying, is it's taking what's around it and it's trying to match what's near it. So it's aware of what's around it and it's trying to match what's near. So if I just put my brush over what I'm trying to remove, so in this case it's the mole, and I click, it makes it disappear. It makes it look like the skin that's around it. Same if I click on this mole, I can click on this one. There's even a dot here, some around the rest of her neck. I could even go up to her face right here. And now we have no spots. That has been filled in by the areas around it. Now let's say I want to go up to his face here. So I've got a spot here that I want to remove. I click and it's gone. Maybe I click here and that is gone as well. Now the scar appears a little bit bigger, so I would want to make my brush about the size of the scar. And that fits just about over it. I click and the scar is gone. So this spot healing tool often is a very easy tool to use. You click and it easily fills in what you're supposed to put there. Now you do have to be careful because sometimes if you're too close to other objects, sometimes it wants to pick up those other objects. So I'm going to attempt, maybe I just click here for some reason. It's going to pick up what's around it. And if I click here, you can see that it picked up the rim of his glasses because that's within the proximity of your brush. So just be careful if you have things that are on the skin that are closer to some other objects on the face, maybe some clothes, maybe some glasses. There is a chance it could pick that up, but all you'd have to do is undo that and maybe adjust the size of your brush, and it could help you fix that problem. So with this tool, you can make some really quick, easy fixes to get rid of those blemishes that you do not want in your picture.